Now let us see the angle sum property of polygon. Now you have already learned the angle sum property of a triangle. What is an angle sum property? It says that the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So angle sum means the sum of all the interior angles. So in case of a triangle, we have seen that the sum of the angles, which are three angles in case of a triangle, so their sum is 180. Now we are going to see what will be the sum of the interior angles in case of different polygons. So first of all, I have drawn one pentagon. So as you can see, there are 5 sides. So I have to find what will be the sum of the interior angles. Now as you can see, this pentagon I have divided into triangles. So this is my first triangle, this is my second triangle, and this is my third triangle. Okay, and I know that the sum of the interior angles of each triangle is 180. So how many triangles are formed? Since 3 triangles are formed, hence the sum of interior angles in case of a pentagon will be equal to 3 into 180. Now why did I multiply it with 3? Because I have got 3 triangles. And why 180? Because I know the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. So what is the answer then? 540. Okay, similarly the next one is an hexagon. Again I have divided into triangles. So how many triangles I am getting? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So again, what will be its sum? Whatever are the number of triangles multiplied by 180. So here the sum will be 720. Similarly, next I have drawn an octagon. How many triangles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here the sum will be 6 into 180, which is equal to 1080 degrees. Okay, so now from this, can I make a generalized formula wherein I can find the sum of the interior angles of any polygon? Yes, instead of each time drawing the figure and dividing it into different triangles, what if I generalize a formula which will be applicable? Now here, as you can see, how many triangles were being formed? 3. What were the number of sides of this figure? The number of sides were 5. Yes, and the triangles formed were 3. In this case, the number of sides were 6 and the triangles formed were 4. In this case, the number of sides were 8 and the triangles formed were 6. So as you can see, in each case, the number of triangles formed are less by 2, whatever are the number of sides. Now, whenever they are giving you to find the sum of the interior angles, definitely they will tell you what kind of polygon it is. So from that, you can find how many sides is it having. To find how many triangles it will be forming, I have to subtract 2 from it, or I have to decrease it by 2. Yes, and then the next part I will be multiplying it with 180. Yes, so from this I can make a generalized formula which says the angle sum property for any polygon will be what? Take the number of sides whatever is mentioned. Yes, decrease that by 2 because that will be the number of triangles formed, and then multiply it with 180. Why 180? Because that is the angle sum property in case of a triangle. Yes, so this is the generalized formula wherein you can find the sum of the interior angles of any polygon. If I give you that the figure is an decagon, so 10 sides, so here I will replace n with 10, so 10 minus 2 will be 8, and then 8 into 180 I will get the sum of the interior angles. Okay, now as we have seen, in case of a regular polygon, all the interior angles are of equal value, isn't it? It means, suppose I take a quadrilateral. Now, is this a regular quadrilateral? Yes. Why? Because all the sides are equal and all the angles are equal. So, yes, it is a regular polygon. Further, I know that this sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is what it will be. Again, the n is your 4, less it by 2 and multiply it with 180. So it will be 2 into 180, and which is equal to 360, isn't it? So the sum of all the angles will be 360. But if I have to find the value of each interior angle, I know that all the angles are of equal values. Yes. And how many angles is it having? It is having 4 angles. Yes. So if I have to find the value of each interior angle, what I will be doing? I will dividing it with the number of angles. So here in case of an quadrilateral, I will divide it with 4. Why? Because these are the number of angles. Yes. And from that I will get the value as 90 degree. So that is what the measure of each angle in case of a regular quadrilateral. Similarly, if I have to find the value of each interior angle in case of any polygon, what I will be doing? Yes, I can find the angle sum property of any polygon. Yes, what is it? It is given by n minus 2 into 180. So from this I will get the total sum of all the interior angles, and if I have to find the value of each interior angle, what I will be doing? I will be dividing the sum by the number of angles. Now how many angles does it have? Whatever are the number of sides, that many angles it will have. There are 4 sides, 4 angle, pentagon, 5 sides, 5 angle, 6 sides, 6 angle, and so on. It means if I have to find the value of each interior angle, I have to divide it with the number of angles, and number of angles are nothing but the number of sides. So here I have divided the value with n, and this value will give me the measure of each interior angle in case of different polygons. Let us check for some polygon. For example, if I have to check that what is the value of each interior angle of a regular decagon. Now just tell me, is this formula applicable for an irregular polygon? Yes. Is it applicable? It can't be. Why? Because in case of an irregular polygon, all the angles are of different values. So you cannot divide the sum by a same number and get the values of each angle. This formula is applicable only in case of a regular polygon. Why? Because I know in case of a regular polygon, all the angles are of equal values. Yes, hence I can apply this formula in case of only regular polygon. But yes, if I have to just find the sum of interior angles, then I can apply this formula, the angle sum property, for any polygon, irrespective of whether it is a regular or irregular, because the sum will remain same. Only the individual values of the interior angle that will differ, isn't it? That can be found out only if it is a regular one. For an irregular one, you cannot find the values of the interior angles. Now let us solve this one. Each interior angle of a regular decagon. Now how many sides it is having? It is having 10. So let us first find the angles, sum of the angles, which is n minus 2 into 180. So that is 10 minus 2 into 180, which is equal to 8 into 180. So I am keeping it as it is. I am not multiplying because again I have to find the value of each interior angle. Further, therefore, each interior angle value will be equal to whatever is the angle sum, divide it with the number of sides. Now how many sides or number of angles, since they are equal? So in this case there are 10 sides and 10 angles, so I am dividing it with 10, and whatever you are getting 144. It means each interior angle of an regular decagon is of what degree? It is of 144 degrees. Okay, so this is the formula for finding the interior angles of an regular polygon. Similarly, we can find the sum of the exterior angles. angle sum property for exterior angles. So for any polygon, now that polygon could be of any side, the sum of exterior angles is always equal to 360 degree. It is always equal to 360 degree. Even if it is a 4-sided polygon, it is a 10-sided polygon, it is an 8-sided polygon, that doesn't matter. So what are the exterior angles? So exterior angles are obtained when you extend any side. Yes, for example, this one. Okay, so whatever are the number of sides, that many exterior angles you will be getting. So these are the 5 exterior angles, 6 one since it is an hexagon. So these are the 6 exterior angles of an hexagon, and the sum of exterior angles of any polygon is 360 for 6-sided, for 10-sided, and for 12-sided also. Similarly, if I have to find the values of each exterior angle, again this is applicable only in case of a regular polygon. Only if it is a regular polygon, then only the exterior angles will be of equal value, similarly as the interior ones. If the interior angles are same, then their exterior angles will also be same. So if I have to find the value of each exterior angle, what I will be doing? Again, the sum has to be divided with the number of angles. Again, number of angles are equal to number of sides. So here the formula will be 360 degree by n, where n is number of sides. Let us check for the hexagon. Now as we know, the sum of exterior angle is 360 degree. Therefore, each interior angle will be 360 by n. In case of a hexagon, it is 6, and which will give me 60 degree. It means for an regular hexagon, the regular word is very important. For an regular hexagon, each exterior angle is of 60 degrees. Now since the sum remains 360, so as you increase the number of sides, the exterior angle value will go on decreasing, because the sum will remain the same, 360. So here if I divide this 360 by 10, in case of a regular decagon, I will get the value as 36 degrees. Okay, so the interior angle sum, it will go on increasing as the number of side increases, but in case of a exterior angle, the sum will remain same irrespective of the side, and hence the exterior angle value will go on decreasing as and when we increase the number of sides.